Chael Sonnen worked for you in your Hitman promotion, and Tank knows him too. Do you guys have any thoughts on him?
Oh, Chael's a stud. I really like Chael. He fought Babalu in the show, and what was crazy is I don't want to get too much into that because I don't know how that statute of limitations is either with the athletic commission. But we were having a show, Is It Real in the Cage? And Chael was fighting Babalu, and it went into it was a close fight, but Chael had won, and they're predetermined bouts, meaning for me to do the show, I had to predetermine all the bouts, and I was exactly right on every one of them. I never once was wrong on my shows. And it wasn't that I fixed the fights, or I don't really want to get too much into that. You can read into it as you will. But anyway, Chael had fought Babalu, and he had beat him, and he had the belt, and we were giving out the belts, and Chael's like, it's my belt. And then Babalu was staying in the cage, and his whole team. And now all the Brazilians got together, and then, oh no, man, it was going to be a backstage bash again, you know? And so, you know, there was like Dan Henderson was there, you know, Randy Couture, there was a bunch of guys, and I didn't know who we really had as backup. And I was promoting the show as well as fighting in it as well. And I'm trying to pull this whole thing off. And then, but Chael had won. And at that time, Chael, to me, was one of the best 185 pound and 205 pound fighters at that time that we could find to even get into a show. So, and I've had other you know, dealings with. I've ran into a few times when I see him. I just think I really like Chael. There's people, you know, that you can, you know, I'm going to tell you if I like him, if I don't like him, you know, they might like me and might not. But Chael's a solid dude. He's a really cool guy.
I will tell you a Chael story that you probably won't hear from the, was it the original bad guy? Something like that. I think that's what he calls himself. Me and Paul, when I knew that I was going to be in this Ultimate, it was in Denver, I believe. So I needed to go train in altitude, and there's a heavyweight that Paul knew and I knew and everything else that worked out at BYU. And so we went there and stayed there for 5 weeks, give or take days or whatever. Anyways, so we trained with the wrestling team, and Mark Schultz was the world champion there. So it was awesome, you know, to get to wrestle with a world champion. He pulls your game up, the whole 9 yards. Well, we got into practice, and I guess they had been talking amongst the team, and we walked in. It was right before the practice started, and Chael jumps up, and at that time he's a little guy type thing. He must have been like 160s maybe or something, and I was in the around 270 mark. Anyways, so he's wanting. He goes, come on, let's go, takedown. I'm like laughing, like, you know, like this guy's gonna. He's, you know, like playing around the character that he acts and is. And I'm like, really? Come on now. And I was leaning up against the wall before practice. And I go, okay, because he kept on pestering me, and I was prepared to smash him like a bug. Well, I go out there, it wasn't too intense, obviously. And sure enough, he shoots a low single and took me down in front of the whole team, the whole 9 yards. And I just go, oh my God, I can't believe that. And he got up and he's like, yes. And he points to Mark Schultz, because I told you I could do it. And I'm like, oh, wow, I can't believe that just happened.